Now that our setup rounds are complete, we're going to move on to the repeating rounds. All 6-day blankets have the same 6 repeating rounds. They're always numbered 2 through 7. So this blanket has repeating rounds 2 through 7. What's different about this one is that we're picking up the repeat rounds at round 4. So our first repeat round is going to be round 4. So your first repeat will actually be 4, 5, 6, 7. And then your second repeat will start with 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're repeating the same 6 rounds. We're just picking it up at 4. So let's get started on round 4. We're going to chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch, and then mark it. And just to be safe, I'm going to mark my last double crochet 3 together of the previous round, and that's going to help me know exactly where to join. We're going to be skipping over the slip stitch and the chain up that we just made when we join. So we don't want to get confused there and make additional single crochet at the join of the round. We're going to single crochet in each stitch around and then make 3 single crochet in the chain 3 spaces at the peaks. So then the instructions give you the number of stitches between each peak. So this time it's 8. And I just thought it would be easier to count 8 stitches from peak to peak than it would be to count your total number of stitches around your blanket, because what's important is that the stitches are in the right places. Avoid the temptation to self-correct and just correct your number of stitches. If you don't have 8 stitches between each peak, figure out what you did wrong and fix it. Oops. Because it should work out exactly as written. So 8 single crochet between each peak and 3 single crochet in each peak. Three in the chain 3 space. Eight single crochet between each peak. Three in the chain 3 space. Eight single crochet between each peak. Three in the chain 3 space. Eight single crochet between each peak. On 3 single crochet in each chain 3 space. Nice and mindless. 8 single crochet between each peak. What is this? This says it's a K. Three in the chain 3 space. Eight single crochet between each peak. Three in the chain 3 space. Eight single crochet between each peak. Three in the chain 3 space. Eight single crochet between each peak. And three in the chain 3 space. 2, 3. Eight single crochet between each peak. This is my favorite of all the star blankets to work on. I like that there are not a lot of stitches between the peaks because there are more peaks. I'm getting a lot of splits here. But I like that there are not a lot of stitches in between the peaks, that the peaks don't get that big and you don't end up with great big peaks and tons of stitches in between. 8 single crochet between each peak makes for a nice mindless movie watching blanket. My favorite. Just sit there and keep my hands busy while I'm watching my favorite shows. Eight single crochet between each peak. Three in the chain 3 space. Okay, this is going to be my last stitch of the round. This last double crochet 3 together. And then I'm going to skip over the slip stitch, the chain up. I'm going to make sure I join right to the top of the first single crochet of the round. Okay, so because this is a repeating round, when you look at your pattern, you'll see that it says 8 single crochet between each peak, but after the 8, there are a bunch of numbers in parentheses, and those numbers tell you how many stitches are going to be between the peaks the next time you do round 4. So the next time it'll be 14, and after that 20, 26, 32. It's going to go up by 6 every time. So those numbers are in your pattern, so I suggest you either print out your pattern, or when you put it in your device, use your markup tool and mark off the 8. And the next time you come to this round and you see 14 single crochet between each peak, and then cross off the 14. And then the third repeat, you will have 20 between each peak and cross off the 20. Round 5, slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 3, double crochet in the next 3, 1, 2, 3, 5 double crochet in the center, single crochet in the peak, 2, 3, 4, 5, double crochet in the next 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, double crochet in the next 4. So that's going to be what we repeat around. 4 double crochet going up to the peak, 5 double crochet in the peak, 4 double crochet to go down, and then skip 2 in the valley. And just like the 6-day star and all the 6-day blankets, when you are coming down this side and you can look for this marker right here, this last double crochet coming down the side should always land between the second and third double crochet of this cluster right here. Okay, if that doesn't happen, then go back and check and make sure that all your stitches are in the right place. I've had some questions lately where people think that this is off center and that it should be over here, but this actually is the single crochet that you put into this stitch, and this is the single crochet that you put into this stitch. So you are skipping the middle 2 in the dip when you skip. Crochet looks a little slanted to the right because we're not ever turning our work. We are kind of twirling to the right as we work this. So if you don't want it to twirl, then just flip your blanket every so often. Flip it once a repeat. Flip it over and work it going the other way, and that will alleviate some of that twirling. But for the most part, it's not noticeable when the blanket is complete. Okay, so this is going to be what we repeat going around. 4 going up, 5 in the peak, 4 going down, skip 2. Skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 double crochet in the center, single crochet in the peak, and 4 going down. Skip 2, skip 2, 5 in the peak. Oops. And 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, whoops, 4. Let's just take a little break. Four going up, 5 in the peak, and 4 going down. I just want to slow down a little bit because these are the rows I make mistakes on because I crochet really fast and then sometimes I only do 4 in the peak. 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 4. Skip 2, 4 going up, 5 double crochet in the center, single crochet in the peak, 4 going down, skip 2, and 4 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip 2 and 4 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2, 4 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4 to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 to go down. And you skip the last 2 and you slip into your chain 3 at the beginning of the round. This is a repeating round, so every time you repeat round 5, it's going to be the same. The only difference is going to be the number of double crochet on either side of the peak. You're always going to put 5 in the peak. You're always going to skip 2 in the valley. The round is going to start and end the same way. The only difference is going to be the number of stitches on each side of the peak is going to increase by 3 each time. So this time we had 4 stitches on either side of the peak, and don't count those 5, just count the ones going up and down into the 5. This time we had 4, next time you're going to have 7. The next time you do round 5, it's going to be 10. The next time you do it, it's going to be 13, and so on, increasing by 3 every time. So mark off the repeats on your pattern copy to help you keep track of where you are and keep track of your counts. I also gave you at the end of the round in the pattern the number of stitches between the peaks. So again, don't count the 5 peak stitches, just count the stitches going up and down the sides. So on this repeat, we had 8 stitches between the peaks. The next time we do round 5, we'll have 14 between the peaks. The next time we'll have 20, and so on, increasing by 6 each time. So mark off your repeats, and that'll help you keep track. That's actually what makes this pattern so fun to do, is that once you understand the structure of it, once you get to those repeating rounds, they just repeat, and it's very easy to remember what to do. It's very easy to just keep crocheting. Round 6. Slip stitch into the next stitch, and that just moves us over by 1. Chain 3. Double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Now that should put you at the center double crochet, where you're going to do 5 double crochet. Five double crochet going down the side. This is the round of 5s. Skip 2, 5 double crochet. And then in your peak stitch, 5 double crochet. Five double crochet going down. Skip 2 and 5 double crochet. Five double crochet in the peak. Okay, so let's just take a break. So this is going to be our repeat for the round. You had a chain 3, which counts as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 in the peak, 5 double crochet going down, skip 2, 5 going up, 5 in the peak, 5 going down, skip 2. That's going to be your whole round. It's the round of 5s. 5 going back down. Skip 2, 5 double crochet going up. Five in the peak and 5 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2, 5 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody's getting their grass cut outside my window right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2, 5 double crochet going up. Five double crochet in the peak. Five going back down. Skip 2, 5 double crochet going up. And 5 double crochet in the peak. Five to go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2, 5 going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5 going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And skip 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5 in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 to go down. I'm going to run out of yarn. Here's how I join a new ball of yarn when I run out. I leave the last pull through of my whatever stitch I'm working on undone, and then I bring in the new yarn and I pull that through the last 2 loops of whatever the last stitch of the old yarn. I always leave 3 to 4 inches to weave in. Okay, now these are my tails. This is the tail of the old yarn, and this is the tail of the new yarn, and this is my new working yarn that I'm going to work off of. So I take the 2 tails and I flip them up over the working yarn and I hold it to the back. And then I start my next stitch. And that just kind of anchors those loose threads enough that I don't have to tie a knot or anything in them. And then I just leave them until the project is complete or I'm ready to weave them in. And then I'll weave them in. I'll weave one in one direction and one in the other direction. And whenever you weave in ends, make sure you change directions for the thread. Don't just weave under stitches in one direction. Weave one way and then turn around and come back the other way. And that's going to help your tails from poking loose once this blanket is used and washed. But I don't tie knots. I don't even tie a knot to join the new ball. I just flip them up and over the working yarn like that, and I keep going, and it secures them enough. There's no hole, there's no loose anything there. And then when I'm ready to weave it in, I just weave it in. Skip 2, 5 double crochet, five double crochet in the peak. Five in the peak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 going down. So I guess while I'm doing this, this is a good time to talk about this. I am noticing that I'm glad I didn't increase my hook size when I had curling 2 rounds back. And um, usually it's really only necessary to increase your hook size in the setup rounds. If you're experiencing curling or ruffling later in your blanket, you might have made a mistake. Also, the Superstar blanket, it has the quality of the traditional 6-day blanket, which is the chevron back and forth version of this blanket, in that there are some rounds or rows that kind of pull, like these rows where we have these skips, they kind of pull the fabric in, and then these rounds where we have all the double crochet increases, they kind of splay out. So it's almost like you have different tensions for different rows or rounds of the blanket. And some people have suggested changing hooks for the different rounds, but on my honest feeling about that is that if you have to do that, that's kind of a design flaw in the blanket. So I feel like I really want to make the design itself so that it will lay flat for you. But that being said, sometimes adjustments need to be made because different yarns behave differently. Everybody's tension is different. Your tension can be different for some stitches than others. Your tension can be different working in the round than it is working back and forth. So no one design can account for all those variables. However, be aware that on this design, the double crochet rounds kind of tend to flay. Flay? Am I saying the right word? The double crochet rounds tend to kind of spread out, and the cluster rounds kind of gather in and pull in the fabric a little bit. So there is a difference in the tension between those rounds. So don't just rush to change your hook. Really use your judgment about whether it's, really needed or not. If your finished project is going to lay flat without ruffling, without rippling in any way or puckering, then you probably don't need to worry about changing your hook. That is the sound of a beach wagon going by. So I'm coming to the end of my round here. The round ends with 5 double crochet, skip 2, and join with a slip stitch to the top of the chain 3. Every time you repeat round 6, it's going to be exactly the same. You're just going to have more stitches in between the 5 double crochet in the peak and the skip 2 in the valley. So on this round you had 5, the next time you'll have 8, the time after that you'll have 11, 14, 17. It goes up by 3 every time. I've also given you the total stitch count between the peaks, and don't count the 5 double crochet, just count the double crochet in between the peaks with the skip 2 in the middle. So on this round we had 10. The next time you do round 6, you'll have 16. On the next round 6, you'll have 22, and on, increasing by 6 each time you repeat round 6. Round 7. Chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch and mark it. And we're going to single crochet in each stitch around and put 2 single crochet in the peak stitch. I know it seems like it should be 3, and in the 6-day star blanket we did 4, but it's 2. And then between each peak we should have 14. Don't count the 2 in the peak, just count the stitches in between. You should have 14 single crochet. So I've given you the stitch counts that I think are the most helpful for you to complete this blanket correctly. I don't think a total stitch count for this round is helpful. Two single crochet in each peak. $14 single crochet in between each peak. You probably notice I didn't give you a total stitch count for the round, and the reason is because I want you to avoid the temptation to just self-correct your stitch count without understanding why your stitch count might be off. So it's very important on this round that all the stitches are in the right places. So let's say you have a mistake, like a common mistake that I make is to only put 4 double crochet in the peak instead of 5. And let's say I missed that mistake and I just got to the end of the round and noticed that my count was 1 stitch off and then just added another stitch at the end of the round. Well, that's going to make the entire next round not line up the way that it should. So I think it's much more important to understand what the stitch counts are from peak to peak and make sure that you have all the stitches in the right places. It's just not enough to have the right number of total stitches in the round. So be sure to count from peak to peak, 14 stitches. Don't count the 2 stitches in the peak, just count the stitches between. Should be 14, and then each peak should have 2. And then because this is a repeating round, it's going to be the same every time. You're just going to have more stitches between each peak on each subsequent round. So the next time you do round 7, you'll have 20 stitches between the peaks. The time after that, you'll have 26. The time after that, you'll have 32. And each repeat, the number of stitches between the peaks on round 7 is going to increase by 6. If you do find that your counts are off and you want to self-correct, find where you've made the mistake and self-correct in that area. Don't just correct your count and hope for the best. I like to say fudge intelligently. If you're going to fudge, know what you're fixing. Some patterns lend themselves better to fudging than others. Unfortunately, the 6-day star blankets don't lend themselves very well to adaptations. Just going to work over those 2 tails from the last round again, just to kind of keep them out of my way. Working over tails is not a secure way to deal with your ends. It's not secure. It comes undone. Ask me how I know. Two in the peak and 14 from peak to peak. This is such a fun blanket to make. It really is my favorite of the star blankets. Two in the peak. $14 in between. And that's my last double crochet of the round. I'm going to put my last single crochet there, and then I'm going to skip over my slip stitch and my chain up, and I'm going to join to my first single crochet of the round. Okay, round 2, chain 2, double crochet 2 together in the same stitch, and mark it. Chain 1, skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2 one time, 3 double crochet, chain 3, 3 double crochet in the second single crochet in the peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch one time, chain 1, skip 4, double crochet 3 together in the next stitch, and that should be the one in the very center of the dip. Okay, so on this first time of doing round 2, you're going to have one set of 3 double crochet in between the double crochet 3 together cluster in the dip and the 3 3 3 in the peak. Each time you do round 2, you're going to have one more. So the next time you do round 2, you're going to have a skip 4 and then a 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2 twice. And then the next time you do round 3, you're going to have 3 double crochet in the next, skip 2 3 times. And same on the way down, you're going to have skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, twice on the next round 2, 3 times on the next round 2, and 4, etc. So each time it's going to be one more. So let's keep going. Chain 1, skip 4, 1 2 3 4, 3 double crochet in the next, skip 2, and then 3 3 3 in the peak. So on either side of the double crochet 3 together, you're going to have a chain 1 and a skip 4. Between all the other sets of 3 double crochet, you're going to have skip 2. Okay, so there's always going to be a skip 4 and a chain 1 on each side of the double crochet 3 together in the dip. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next. Chain 1 and skip 4. Double crochet 3 together all the way in the dip. Chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet, skip 2 one time. Three, 3 3 in the second single crochet in the peak. So you did those 2 single crochet in the peak, you're working into the second one. 3 3 3. skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch one time. Chain 1 and skip 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, double crochet 3 together in the dip. Chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet, skip 2, 3, 3, 3 in the peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, chain 1, skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2 one time. Three, 3, 3 in the second single crochet in the peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch one time. Chain 1, skip 4, double crochet 3 together. This is what your round should be looking like. Chain 1 and skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2, one time, 3, 3, 3 in the peak, which is the second of the 2 single crochet in the peak stitch. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch one time, chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next, skip 2, 3, 3, 3 in the peak. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 time, chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1 and skip 4. Whoops, I almost only skipped 3. 3 double crochet. Oops. Ugh. In the next stitch, skip 2, 1 time, 3, 3, 3 in the peak, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 time, chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together in the next stitch, chain 1 and skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, 3, 3, 3, in the peak stitch, which is the center second single crochet of the 2 single crochet in the peaks. Skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, 1 time, chain 1, double crochet 3 together, chain 1 and skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2 and 3, 3, 3 in the peak, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next, skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2 one time, three, three, three in the second single crochet, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next one time, chain 1, skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2 one time, 3, 3, 3 in the peak, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch one time, chain 1, skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1, skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next, whoops, skip 2 one time, 3, 3, 3 in the peak, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch one time, chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1 and skip 4, 3 double crochet in the next, skip 1, skip 2, 3 double crochet in the next stitch, skip 2 one time, 3, 3, 3 in the peak, which is the second single crochet of the 2 in the peak stitch, chain 1, skip 4, and slip stitch into the top of the double crochet 2 together at the beginning of the round. Whew. Row 2 or round 2 of 6-day crochet is always the pain round. So if you could make it through that round, you got this. All of the other rounds are super mindless and easy. And if you can get through that round, you can get through the whole blanket. So as you repeat round 2, now when I was calling out the stitches, I would say 3 double crochet in the next, skip 2 one time. Now the next time you do round 2, it's going to be 3 double crochet, skip 2 times. So you'll have 2 of these clusters on each side. Okay, don't count the 3, 3, 3, and don't count the double crochet 3 together. Just count the clusters that are going up the sides of the mountains. On the next round, you're going to, after your skip 4, you're going to 3 double crochet, skip 2 twice, and then do your 3, 3, 3. And then you're going to skip 2 3 double crochet twice, and then do your chain 1 and skip 4, double crochet 3 together, chain 1 and skip 4. Okay, then it'll be 3 double crochet, skip 2 twice, and then 3, 3, 3 in the peak stitch, etc. So each time you come back to round 2, you're going to have 1 more cluster on the sides. So next time it'll be 2, the time after that it'll be 3, the time after that it'll be 4, 5, etc. I promise that was the hardest round of the blanket, and everything is easy after this. Round 3, slip stitch into the next space, chain 2, double crochet 2 together in the same space, and mark it. Three double crochet in each of the next 1 spaces. Okay, so the next time we do round 3, you're going to have 2 spaces. And the next time you do it, you're going to have 3 spaces. But this first time we only have 1 space. And then 3, 3, 3 in the peak. Okay, and then 3 double crochet in each of the next 1 space. Okay, next time you're going to have 2 spaces. The time after that, you're going to have 3 spaces, 4 spaces, 5 spaces. Each time you repeat this round, you'll have 1 more space, but this time you just have 1. Okay, and then in each of these chain 1 spaces, you're going to do a double crochet 3 together. So double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces. Okay, and that's going to continue around. 3 double crochet in each of the next 1 space. 3, 3, 3 in the peak. 3 double crochet in each of the next 1 space. So next time it'll be 2, time after that it'll be 3, and so on. But this time we only have 1. And then double crochet 3 together in each of these chain 1 spaces. Okay, so this is what your repeats are going to look like. You're always going to put a 3, 3, 3 in each peak. You're going to put a double crochet 3 together in each chain 1 space next to the double crochet 3 together in the round below. And then all the other spaces are going to get 3 double crochet. And this time we only have 1 space there. Okay, so I'll just show you again here. That's going to get 3 double crochet. That's going to get 3, 3, 3, 3 double crochet 3 together, double crochet 3 together, 3 double crochet, 3, 3, 3, etc. Round 3 is so fun because you get to work right into those spaces. Makes it really easy. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. 3 double crochet in the next 1 space. Double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces. Three, 3, 3 in the peak. Three double crochet in the next 1 space. Double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces. Three double crochet in the next 1 space. 3, 3, 3 in the peak. Chain 3 space. Whoops. Three double crochet in the next space. Double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 spaces. 3 double crochet in the next space, three, three, three in the chain 3 space in the peak, three double crochet in the next space, double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces, three double crochet in the next 1 space, three, three, three in the peak, three double crochet in the next 1 space, double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces, double crochet 3 together in the next 1 space, three, three, three in the peak, three double crochet in the next space, double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces, three double crochet in the next 1 space, three, three, three in the peak, three double crochet in the next 1 space, double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces, 3 double crochet in the next 1 space, 3, 3, 3 in the peak, three double crochet in the next 1 space. And remember, the next time you do round 3, it'll be 2 spaces, and the next time it'll be 3 spaces, and the next time it'll be 4 spaces. So you can just come back to this video, and whenever I'm saying in the next 1 space, you can substitute 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, however many repeats you're doing. Print out your pattern and cross off each number in that long string of numbers in your pattern. Cross off each one as you do it. And then the next time you come back to this round, you'll know where you are. 3, 3, 3 in the peak. Almost there. I have 3 more points to go. 14 points is a lot. This blanket works up so fast. Three double crochet in the next 1 space. Oops. This blanket is less like a star than it is ripple stitch in the round. Oh my goodness. That's like the 3rd time I've dropped my hook. Three double crochet in the next 1 space. Double crochet 3 together. In each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces. Three double crochet in the next 1 space. Three, 3, 3 in the chain 3 space. Three double crochet in the next space. Double crochet 3 together in each of the next 2 chain 1 spaces. 3 double crochet in the next one space, three, 3, 3 in the chain 3 space, three double crochet in the next one space, double crochet 3 together in the last chain 1 space, join with the slip stitch to the top of the double crochet 2 together. Made a split.